In today's video, we'll be going over 11 of the most insane facts regarding Jalen Suggs. Be sure to stick around until the end of the video to find out how good he was during his high school days. For now though, we'll jump straight into the video. Number 11. Jalen Suggs already popped off at the NBA Summer League. Right after being drafted 5th overall to the Orlando Magic during the recent NBA draft, Suggs was placed onto their Summer League squad and didn't disappoint. He missed a couple games due to a sprained thumb, but throughout his first 3 games, he averaged 15.3 points, 6.3 rebounds, 2.3 assists, and 1.7 steals per game. Suggs displayed gorgeous playmaking ability with a couple of flashy passes on the court. Couple that with his leadership, and he's already one of the best game managers in the league right now. However, he has shown that he doesn't have much of a scorer's mentality because of that. It seems like he's used to giving up the basketball to his teammates rather than being aggressive himself, which is fine until you turn into a Ben Simmons type of player who simply refuses to put shots up. Jalen is terrific at driving into the lane and forcing contact, but he doesn't look for jump shots as often as you'd expect. There's more though. Suggs shined on the defensive end too this summer. Deflections aren't tallied in the Summer League, but man, would Jalen have been at the top of the rankings there. When you watch his games, it was like he always found a way to get his hands on the ball and break it up or force it in a different direction. He showed great timing and versatility while defending all types of different players on the floor. Lastly, Suggs displayed fearless tendencies by battling hard for rebounds. There aren't many guards out there who try to use their athleticism for rebounding besides maybe somebody like Russell Westbrook. Jalen looks to already be one of those guys. Mind you, all of this was simply in the Summer League, but you can already kind of tell that he's going to be one of the best young point guards in the NBA this season if given the minutes necessary to do so. Next up, at number 10, Jalen Suggs became the first athlete in the state of Minnesota to win both Mr. Basketball and Mr. Football in the exact same season. It was the first time in history that a player was able to do that. And by the time Suggs decided to leave Minnehaha Academy, he was ranked number 1 in all-time scoring at the school with 2,945 total points. The basketball team was also able to win 3 state titles because of Suggs' excellence on the floor. Then, over in football, Suggs played as the quarterback for his team. He was able to throw for 2,213 total yards and 25 touchdowns, while tacking on 978 rushing yards and another 12 touchdowns on the ground. Coming in at number 9, Suggs was ranked incredibly high on the ESPN 100 back in 2020. They had him marked down as the 6th best overall prospect coming out of high school. Of course, Suggs ended up committing to Gonzaga, where he became the highest-ranked recruit to play for the school since 2007. Suggs also became only the 2nd Gonzaga player in history to be named to the McDonald's All-American team in high school. Zach Collins, the former Portland Trailblazer, was the only other Gonzaga player to get such honors. Now we're on to number 8. Jalen Suggs had a phenomenal debut game for Gonzaga. The school wasn't playing an easy opponent either. They were facing off against Kansas, who was ranked 6th at the time. Jalen stepped up to the challenge though and dropped 24 points in the contest. That's now tied for the 4th most among any freshman who debuts against a top 10 team in the last, get this, 25 seasons. The only other players who have scored more points than him in this category are RJ Barrett, who had 33 points back in 2018, Zion Williamson, who scored 28 in the same year, and Tyrese Maxey, who put up 26 in 2019. Of course, all 3 of those players have since made it into the NBA too, with Barrett joining the New York Knicks, Zion playing for the New Orleans Pelicans, and Maxey on the Philadelphia 76ers. Not bad company for Suggs to be around if we're being honest, right? Now, fast forward a little bit, and Suggs was named a 2nd-team All-American and picked up 1st-team All-West Coast Conference honors. Jalen also grabbed Newcomer of the Year and All-Freshman Team honors. I think it's safe to say he was walking away from his first and only season with Gonzaga with a ton of hardware. Moving on now to number 7, Jalen Suggs is cousins with the former NFL superstar Terrell Suggs. Terrell famously spent the majority of his career with the Baltimore Ravens before he retired. Terrell was a linebacker and edge rusher mixed into one and was able to get to the quarterback 139 times throughout his career. Those numbers are enough to get him ranked 12th on the NFL's all-time sack leaders list. Terrell also won 2 Super Bowls during his time in the league. So it seems success kind of runs in the Suggs family, and Jalen might be able to pick up where Terrell left off, though this time in the NBA and not the NFL. Coming in at number 6, Jalen Suggs' buzzer beater will be going down in the history books. If you happen to tune into the NCAA tournament this year, then you would have likely heard about the insane buzzer beater that Suggs was able to knock down in the Final Four.
Gonzaga has time to do something. Suggs for the win. Oh, yes!
Gonzaga was locked into a close game against UCLA, and the teams were tied with just a second or two remaining. Suggs caught the ball and fired away from behind half court. Time expired while the ball was still in the air, but it banked home. It made Suggs and the rest of this Gonzaga squad the 10th team in history to enter the national championship game with an undefeated record. The most recent team to accomplish that feat dates all the way back to 1979 when Indiana did it. This shot was the 4th game-winning buzzer beater in Final Four history and the first one since 2016. It was also a massive reason why the game was eventually voted the 2021 ESPY's Best Game of the Year. Now we're on to number 5. Suggs has already won a gold medal. That's right, Jalen Suggs competed in the 2017 FIBA Under-16 Americas Championship located in Formosa, Argentina. He averaged 7.5 points and 2.8 rebounds per game, and the team was able to come away with the gold medal. He actually returned to the U.S. team in 2018 for the FIBA Under-17 World Cup, once again being played in Argentina. This time, he bumped his scoring average up to 8.7 points while picking up 3.3 steals per contest. That team also won the gold medal. Now, it may sound like a broken record at this point, but he was involved in the 2019 FIBA Under-19 World Cup as well. And this one was located in Heraklion, Greece, and had a number of other recent draft picks on the roster. Suggs averaged 9.6 points per game, and of course, to no surprise, that team also won the gold medal. Jalen now has 3 gold medals before he's even reached the NBA, and given the fact he's improved each and every year with the team, shows how talented he could become in just a short time in the NBA. He even put together one of his strongest performances in the finals of the tournament, dropping 15 points against Mali. Jalen has already proved that he turns his level of play up when the lights start to shine down the brightest. Make sure you stick around until the end of the video to find out about Jalen's time in high school, because he was one of the best players in his state. But first, we'll move on to number 4. Suggs was given a multitude of college offers before ultimately riding with Gonzaga. We talked about him being the highest ranked player to commit to Gonzaga in quite a while, but we didn't mention that he was a 5-star recruit in basketball and a 4-star recruit as a quarterback by ESPN. This was more than enough to make him one of the most sought-after players coming out of high school. He got offers from Iowa State, Minnesota, Florida, Florida State, just to name a few. However, he felt like Gonzaga would be the perfect fit for him and help him grow the most as a player. And I guess that decision worked out pretty well in the end. Coming in at number 3, as a quarterback, he received plenty of offers too. Schools felt like he was a very talented dual-threat quarterback who could be developed into one of the best in the country. He got football offers from Ohio State, Georgia, Michigan State, Minnesota, Iowa, Nebraska, and Iowa State. Those are some big football schools. As we all know, though, he ultimately decided to go the basketball route instead and declined all those football offers. Suggs was the quarterback of SMB, which is a program of 4 Minnesota schools. He ended up leading that group to not 1, but 2 state championship games during his junior and senior season. They won the title his junior season behind his 4-touchdown performance. And fast forward to his senior season, and suddenly Suggs is playing on the defensive side of the ball too. The team had him out there as a defensive back, and man, did he perform better than they ever could have expected. Suggs managed to snag 9 picks and brought 2 of them back for touchdowns. Let's go on now to number 2. Jalen has remained close friends with a women's basketball star, Paige Bueckers. Paige is arguably the most talented player in women's college basketball right now, and the accolades prove that. She swept every single national award when she was just a freshman at UConn. She averaged 20 points per game and shot 52% from the field, 46% from behind the arc, and 87% from the charity stripe. Bueckers grew up very close to Suggs, and the two met with one another when they were just in elementary school. They both had dreams of making it in the basketball world and cheered each other on in their respective Final Four appearances. Guys, we've made it now to number 1. We've been hinting at how talented Suggs was during high school, and we've mentioned his accolades for football, but not basketball. Jalen led Minnehaha Academy to 3 state championships on the hardwood and was on track for a 4th one before COVID-19 shortened his senior season with the school. However, during that senior season, he averaged 23.5 points, 7.3 rebounds, 5.1 assists, and 3.8 steals per game. Suggs was teammates with another 5-star recruit right now, Chet Holmgren, who's actually the consensus number 1 overall prospect in the 2021 recruiting class. Now, Holmgren also happened to commit to Gonzaga and is heavily expected to be a top 5 selection in the 2022 NBA draft. Holmgren and Suggs proved to be a lethal combination on the court. And who knows, if the Orlando Magic aren't able to turn things around soon enough, we could see them get perfect draft position to snag Holmgren and reunite the two players. If you happen to enjoy this video, please be sure to leave a like and subscribe. And if you want more videos like this, then click on the one that appears on your screen, 10 insane but true facts about Davion Mitchell.